Hi, welcome to Poptography. Today I'm going to show you how I took the Death Star gunner from this Death Star 3-pack of the Imperials and made this image.
Commence primary ignition.
Hi, and welcome back to Poptography. Today I'm actually going behind the scenes of how we created our cool looking image of the Death Star gunner from the 3-pack of the Death Star Imperial crew. So this is a Walmart exclusive. This is something I had picked up very recently, and I've been wanting to photograph these guys, and the first one I wanted to start with is the gunner. So let's break it down and show you how we did that. So the first thing we did is we wanted to grab a background. So for the virtual volume that we put is an image that we put on our computer monitor. So what I wanted to do is find something, so I found a still frame that I could capture from the actual film, brought that into Photoshop, did a little more generative fill with AI, and I was able to create my background. Gave a little bit of more vibrance to pump up those colors and stuff like that, and played with the levels. Had that all set, put that onto the monitor. It was about 1.5 feet, 2 feet back from where the subject was going to be. Then we put our Funko Pop onto the set. So once we got the Death Star gunner onto the set, I again started with those LED lights that I picked up at Five Below. They're just great to have as just little extra fills and stuff like that. So I actually started with that to kind of mimic the lighting. So we had that situational background coming from the lights and the switches on the Death Star kind of background. So we used the blue, and I used another one that had teal. Again, given that same lighting we got from the background falling right onto the subject, just to start out how we were going to photograph him. Then I added my first loom cube, which I had on a boom, diffused a little globe, and I had that again acting like a beauty light coming out in front of him, and you can see that light kind of lighting him up right from the top. As soon as that comes on, it starts to really start shaping and pulling out our character. So the second light I used was a loom cube with some barn doors coming low and from the right. And I wanted to kind of give that again as a fill, as a rim, and I was still going to fill that part of him and that side of him from the right with some other gels. So what I did for that is I added my third loom cube, and when I did that, I had a blue gel on that, and I had that, didn't even put any barn doors. I just really wanted to flood that with some blue, and you could see that because again, he's in black. I was kind of keeping it very kind of dark, so you got the background kind of popping with all the buttons and everything, and then him. So we put that there, and again, really sells the lighting of where he's at in that situation. And then for my fourth and final loom cube, I put another loom cube over to his left, and I had that actually on a piece of foam on the little tripod, and I aimed that downward a little bit so I can aim that right towards like his eye line in his mask, and use that as a fill, a little globe on that to diffuse it up, and that came in, and you can see that really lights up that left side. Then I just really dragged the exposure down to give this a little underexposure, and that's how we captured the image. So the next thing I did is I brought this image into Photoshop, and really didn't have a lot to do. As you'll see, I added some more of the buttons and the lights coming from the background to his bottom right there a little bit. You'll see some of the teal and the red. I also added to the Death Star gunner's helmet some glow and color to the buttons on his helmet, and tried to look at what it was doing in the actual movie to replicate that here in the image. Again, levels, little vibrance, saturation, and that's it. And that's how we got this image.
You may fire when ready.
So I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, please hit the like, definitely hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of Poptography. Until then, may the force be with you.